Hey everybody, Like and Blades here, and today's video is going to be a little bit different than my usual unboxing and talk. Today I want to talk about something that really depends on the person that is watching, which is going to be the concept and whether or not you should buy GRAILS. So the magnet will be coming back, but for now I'm going to be flipping my Wraith. So goodbye magnet, thank you. I just wanted to talk right quick whether GRAILS are actually worth buying, which there's a few different answers to that, which again, it depends on who you are and your situation. But short answer, for me, GRAILS are worth it. To me. For you, they may not. But for me, they are. I love them. But to get into the actual conversation and the thoughts on that, everything, all the deep thoughts, the stuff that actually matters, is it worth it to you as a consumer? GRAILS can be many different things. They can be a low-end knife that a beginner really wants. That can be a GRAIL for them. While GRAILS for other people can be super expensive, limited, $1,000+ custom pieces like the magnet. Which, for me, that's a GRAIL. Or anything that is limited edition, or rare, or just isn't easy to find, for me, that's a GRAIL. It's something that I can't easily find, but I crave to have in my collection. GRAILS usually, they do not perform X amount of dollars better than something like a standard G10 or Thai Wraith. Usually, no. You can get a great flipper for way less. I think these are $375, I think. I don't remember. But something like that. So, this is an amazing flipper. In my collection, in my case at least, I set things out on the right side from my favorite flipper to my least favorite. And the Thai Wraith finds itself in a position just above my magnet. Because this is more standard. It is more of a performance-based flipper. It'll do what you need it to do for a good cost. Would I call this a GRAIL? No. The Wraith is not a GRAIL. Just because you want something does not make it a GRAIL. Even though I just said a minute ago it kind of does. But let me hear me out. So, like I said, the magnet cost about $1,000. I think it's like $950 to $975. But this is made by a guy in Poland. This is all handmade. The blades are handmade. The handles are water jet cut. But these are custom pieces. Does this flip X amount of dollars better than this? Again, no, it does not. They are very similar in the fact that they are both handle biased, ever so slightly. But if I was flipping in a competition, I would take the Wraith with me every time. Because when you're buying an expensive knife like this, you're more so paying for the design and the story behind it being made. Much like an Eldon Tally original Talisong or a Talisong 3 or anything like that. You're paying for the craftsmanship, the design, and the fact that it's one guy working on something. Usually. Eldon sometimes has a guy help him with his blades, but that's a different thing. But it's a tough decision. It's a tough thing to talk about because for some people, this is a dream. This is something they wish they could achieve to have in their collection, but it's just not a possibility for them at that moment in time. Back in the day, when I first started in the community, I only had a solid steel lucha. I didn't have the aluminum handles. I didn't get those until like a year and a half to 2 years ago. And now I have all these super expensive knives. I never thought I would have knives at this caliber, but now I do. So, was it worth it to me to have something so expensive? Yes, for me it was, because this is something I'd wanted for so long. I'd wanted a magnet for so long, and I've worked towards getting one, and I finally did. This is my grail. This is one of my grails. It was well worth it for me. Now, if you are not in a financial situation where you can afford it, don't do it at all. Trust me. I did it myself when I couldn't exactly afford it. I had the cash, but afterwards I couldn't afford much of anything else. I screwed myself and put myself in a bad financial situation. Do not buy an expensive grail like this unless you can absolutely afford it without going broke. Don't be like me. Learn from my mistakes. You will get flipping performance out of a Wraith that is more standardized and less interesting. Yes, less interesting, but this is more flipper focused while this is more design focused. This will do you better than this will in the long run. If you drop this on concrete, it will break your heart. I drop everything on concrete, but that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt me. Dropping this does not hurt me at all. This is a beater knife. I take this to work all the time. I cut things with it. It is my work stuff. It is a work knife. It does not hurt me when it falls. Now, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, if you're in a financial situation where you can afford it and you want it, it's worth it. But if you cannot afford it, then don't. It will not be worth it in the long end. You may be happy to have it, but down the line you're going to realize just what you did. You're not going to be able to afford much, and it's just going to be a difficult time getting back up onto your feet. I've done it. It sucks. I don't recommend it. Please don't do it. I'm just being as blunt as I can. Don't get a magnet. Get a TIE Wraith or a G10 Wraith. Only if you can't afford it. Us as flippers, we spend a lot of money on our collections and everything that goes into them. Like, even this, at the price point it is, that's a pretty decent chunk of money. And here we are flipping it around our fingers for fun. And I enjoy it. We all enjoy it. But that's a lot of money. Just to jump up to a magnet, like I've said many times, this does not flip X amount of dollars better or worse than the magnet. You get a magnet because you want the story behind it. You want the design. You want the ability to say you have it. Grails are like an exclusive club. That's as best as I can put it. It's like an exclusive club. If you have it, then you're part of that club. And it's just... Let's see. How's the best way I could put this? I guess... I don't remember what it's called. I think it's Club 42 at Disney. But there you can only be invited into it, and it costs an assload of money to join. Grails are kind of the same way, except you don't have to be invited. You just have to spend a lot of money to do it, and then you're just part of that club. So, in the long run, are Grails worth it? Yes, but no. Only if you can afford it. So, I know I've repeated myself a lot in this video. I'm sorry. But that's just the brutal and honest truth. If you want one and you can afford it, then it'll likely be worth it. You can only tell if it's worth it when you get it, if you enjoy it. If you cannot afford it, but you want it, it will not be worth it in the end. Wait until it is something you can viably do. Don't be like me. Be better. Anyway, I have one other video I'm going to try and make that's kind of like this. But instead of talking about Grails, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 knives I've regretted selling since I joined the community. I need to figure out what those top 5 are, but I've already got at least the top 3. So, yeah. I've got a new knife coming in on Thursday, which today is Wednesday, so it should be here tomorrow. But I feel like it's not going to be here till Friday, so yeah. New product coming soon. And I can't wait to see you all there. Peace.